I'm not gonna be the guy that's gonna be like, okay, follow this roadmap, follow this step-by-step roadmap, go to this boot camp, go to that boot camp, go to college. No. I want to take a more unorthodox approach to learning AI and really learning anything. And if you haven't watched my previous video on mental models, I highly recommend you take a look at that. It will give you really good context into what we're dealing with today. But yeah, with that being said, let's get started. And we got it all backwards. Everyone online is teaching you what tool you got to learn this tech stack, learn that programming language, learn this machine learning algorithm, get into large language models, get into reinforcement learning. It's not about the tools. You're not going to obsess over what hammer to choose for building a house. You know, like, you may do a little bit of dabbling and research here and there and consulting, but you're not going to spend 99% of your time doing that. What's the perfect hammer in order for me to, like, that doesn't make any sense. You grab a hammer because it serves the function of putting in the nail, man. Like, it's a tool, basically. Your goal, your purpose, the main driver is the end product, not the tool itself. This is why I don't like how our modern education system is teaching us computer science, or it's teaching us not necessarily computer science, but software engineering in general, or really anything, really. Why the heck are we starting from the bottom? We don't even know why we're using these things in the first place. Show us why they're useful, and then we can actually start narrowing things down, because things are already overwhelming. There's no point in, like, there's just no point, because things are already overwhelming. Let's focus on an end goal, on an end product, and then we can find out what tools we need to use. That makes a lot more sense to me. Of course, the next question is, how do I determine what coding project or data science project I should do? Well, first of all, I mean, there's many ways to do this. There's no set in stone. You can, like, go online and type in data science projects, or data science project ideas, or AI project ideas, or software engineering project ideas. The way I would go about it is, before you determine what project you want to build, don't focus on the amount of projects. Don't focus on, I'm going to build 10 projects. I'm going to build 100 projects. Focus on one really awesome killer project you want to build. Like, think of this project as something that would really be useful for your life. Better yet, focus, before defining your project, define your vision. What is the type of future that you want? What is the kind of future that you want for your life? And if you don't know what you want, try to think of what is your anti-vision. What is the thing that you definitely don't want in your life? Because when you define what are the things you don't want in your life, you end up realizing the things that you do want in your life. And then you can end up constructing a vision. And then from that vision, try to see, okay, what tools can I build? What technological tools can I build to make it easier for me to get to that vision? So for me, for example, it's truth. That's why I'm into philosophy, theology, and science. I want to get closer to truth. But there's just so much to learn out there. I want to learn everything. I want to do everything. I want to improve my fitness, my physical fitness, learn about theology, mathematics, computer science, physics, philosophy. But there's just so much out there. So for me, I want to build an AI mentor, an AI chatbot or mentor, or some kind of innovative AI solution that could really ease the process of thinking and learning, especially for neurodivergent thinkers like myself and others. See, that's a problem that's specific to my life. Your problem could be something different. It could be something simple like your emails, for example. Whatever it is, think of something that you want in your life or that you don't want in your life, and build a project from there. And then what you can do is you can use first principles thinking, and you can start deconstructing that vision or project into so that's a long-term goal, and can deconstruct into a medium, monthly goal, and then weekly goal, and then daily goal. Think in terms of what you can build. What is a problem in your life you need to solve? For me, it was the pursuit of truth, which is why I'm pursuing AI, to build an AI mentor that can aid humanity towards this pursuit of truth. I didn't choose to become an AI engineer. The AI engineer chose me. You don't choose a tech stack. The tech stack chooses you. So you don't choose a particular AI engineering role or whatever. It chooses you. You have to experiment, and you have to iterate. And you have to think for yourself, what is it that I want to build, actually? So instead of approaching these things from, okay, what is the perfect programming language? what is the best tech stack, or what is the best roadmap to become a data scientist, or the best roadmap to become an AI engineer, the best roadmap to become a data analyst or software engineer. This really applies to almost anything, really. The best roadmap to become a martial artist, I don't know. Instead of approaching it from that perspective, or what is the tech stack that I need to choose? What are the things that I need to learn? What kind of concepts do I need to learn? No, instead of viewing that, think, okay, what do I want to build? Once you know what you want to build, I want to build this thing. I want to build an AI chatbot that can basically teach me, I don't know, theology, for example. Then once you define what you know, what you want to build, then you can use first principles thinking to say, okay, what does that look like? What is the end goal? How would this application look like? Be very, very specific in what you want to build, because the more specific you are, the more things just start to become clear. Then you'll be like, okay, so I'm probably going to have to build what kind of chatbot do I want? Do I want it for like a phone application, or do I want it for a web-based application? You have to be more specific. And then it's like, okay, so I want to build a full stack web application. Cool. How do I build a full stack web application? So instead of going on YouTube and saying the best roadmap to become an AI engineer, instead of searching that up, you're going to end up searching how to build a full stack web application. That is far better than searching top 10 tech stacks for becoming an AI engineer. Instead, actually do stuff that an AI engineer does. That's how you become an AI engineer. You don't become an AI engineer by following a roadmap. You become an AI engineer by building stuff that an AI engineer builds. That's what makes you something. You are what you do, basically. If I say I am a soccer player but I don't play soccer, that's absurd. That's absurd. I am what I do. If you're an AI engineer, then do stuff that an AI engineer does, right? I think Marcus Aurelius, I can't remember. I believe he said, stop talking about what a good man should be and be one. And this applies to everything. I believe that even in becoming an AI engineer, stop focusing on what is the best tech stack or what an AI engineer should be, or what an AI engineer does, or not does, but is, and actually do stuff that an AI engineer does. And then you'll become an AI engineer. How many applications do I need to build to become an AI engineer? How many data science projects do I need to do? Dude, remember what I talked about. This is an infinite game. So choose your infinite game. It'll be 13, 15, 20, 100 projects, 1,000 projects. Doesn't matter. You're never going to stop, because you lose when you stop. You win when you don't stop.